Get ready to rumble, Philadelphia, because WrestleMania fever is hitting the city harder than a body slam. The show of shows happens this weekend at Lincoln Financial Field, and this morning we're diving into the heart of the action at Suplex Vintage Wrestling, where every turnbuckle has a tale and every championship belt tells a story. And let's just say I got to the bottom line. Nestled in the heart of South Philly, Suplex Vintage Wrestling, also known as SVW, is not just a store. It's a temple for wrestling fanatics, a mecca for grappling aficionados, and a haven for fans of every generation.
We love the hardcore fan here. You know, I'm a big nerd. If you want to come here and talk some old, 70s NWA wrestling, I'm here for it. But also the casual fan that just watched a little bit with their uncle back in the day, and they're like, oh, I know Stone Cold. Like, that's awesome, too.
Woody Kumatat is the brand manager at SVW, and he lives and breathes pro wrestling at his core.
I've been a wrestling fan all my whole life. Big reason, though, that I'm still into it is my wife. Me and her got married at WrestleMania 33, and she fuels most things I do in my life, but she definitely fuels my love for wrestling. And, of course, I have an 8-year-old who he's just now getting into it, and seeing it through his eyes again is so much fun.
With so much history under one roof, it's no wonder Woody has so much knowledge under his belt, a requirement for a store that's a first of its kind.
We're the one-of-one store that has a full store of just brick and mortar of just vintage wrestling all the time.
Woody was gracious to show me the ropes, giving me the history of WWE in Philly, smacking down the facts, and getting up to speed. But hey, I'm not that new to this. I see someone here who I recognize, if this is who I think it is.
Oh yeah, there's The Rock. he's gonna grace us with his presence at WrestleMania weekend. Yeah,
he's coming to town. Now, you would think this was a toy store from first glance, but to the average wrestling fan, this wall is a mirror directly to the heart. All right, so over here we have the Great Figure Wall of Philadelphia. This is what you call this?
Yeah, this is one of our eye-catching pieces in the store. Wow. We have over 1,000 figures up here all the time, and they're always $10 a piece. And
the figures, I mean, they represent so much for a wrestling fan, right?
It's just like the beginning of every wrestling fan's journey. Okay. So every single kid, if you were into wrestling, you had these.
There's a bit of history for everybody here. Classic toys, t-shirts, and I even got to play the game. Oh no, he got me. Get up.
He's gonna go tag.
Get up.
There you go.
And that was just the first floor. Upstairs is a time capsule all on its own. Well, I'm ready for the history lesson if you are.
Let's go upstairs.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
These walls breathe the tales of wrestling's past. From vintage games to mint condition figurines, every corner holds a piece of wrestling lore. And it wouldn't be pro wrestling in Philly without ECW.
Like one of the original, barely legal posters from ECW, 1997.
Hard not to acknowledge that one.
This, it kind of changed the way they did storytelling in wrestling.
Talk about a blast from the past, but we couldn't end this tour without a feel for the gold. Can I tell you, I've never even held a wrestling belt before.
You gotta feel the weight of this.
I've never. Oh wow! Oh wow! This is heavy.
It's no joke.
Reigning champs of SVW.
That's right.
Yeah. This store was so cool. I had so much fun. So Suplex Vintage Wrestling is on South Street, and they will also be hosting a block party this Saturday with local vendors and live wrestling right outside of their store. So it's happening from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the 600 block of South Street, and you can get more details about it on NBC10.com/finditon10.